AfterBuzzers and Floribama Shore fans, we are here to talk about seasons 3, episodes 7 and 8. Guys, we're talking double standards, a bromance broken, and a house possibly divided. We're going to be talking all that and more right after this.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
Welcome back, guys. We are here to talk about your favorite show and ours, Floribama Shore. Haley, how's it going?
Hey, honestly, after just watching this episode, I need a nap because I'm emotionally drained.
Oh my gosh, they can be so exhausting. Hey guys, Allie Nasty here. We are down 2 of our lovely hosts, but they will be back the week after next because next week is the holidays.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the holidays. All right, I know you're exhausted, but overall thoughts on the episode?
It was a solid episode to me. A lot. We accomplished a lot this episode for, I think, this setup for the next few.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that we're really starting to see true colors of these characters, because now I'm realizing, we know these individuals, right, because we watched them for 3 seasons, but I feel like we haven't really gone deep into who Jeremiah really is and who Gus really is. We know a little bit about their past, but, I feel like a lot of them have been kind of putting on a good face for TV, in a sense.
Yeah,
and
you never really know somebody until, they're very mad.
Oh, yeah, and we got a clear vision of who Jeremiah is, I guess, and it's also very confusing because we're starting to hear things about the outside world and what they're like outside of the Floribama house, which I thought was really interesting, and we will touch on. So let's get right into it. So obviously we start out the episode with the beginning of the fight that ended last episode between Jeremiah, Gus, and then Nilsa's guy that she brought over. Something that really, really annoyed me, and I think that's why Nilsa just needed to get out and she was running, was the fact that there's a double standard in this house. Where anytime the girls do anything, they jump down, the guys will jump on the girls for saying or feeling a certain way. And also that, anytime they are going out to guys or wanting to bring guys back, it becomes a big thing. Yeah. Would you agree that this is, kind of a thing that happens a lot? It's a pattern that the guys have been doing.
Yeah, I for sure see the pattern, but the thing is, you don't, Candace never really brings home anybody. Yeah. Amy has always had some boyfriend that we don't see. Courtney's just kind of just crazy. So we don't really see her life. We saw her crazy boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we haven't really seen them bring home anybody. But I feel like with Nilsa, there's always has been this double standard with her with guys.
That's true. It really does kind of focus on Nilsa. It's she's not allowed to go out and find someone to make her happy, but Gus is allowed to go and bring home whatever girls he wants and not have anybody care about it. And I think that Nilsa's done a great job this season of not really caring. Yeah, she has. You do your thing.
She's grown a lot.
Definitely, I agree. And do you think that, Nilsa is, I don't know, I just feel like her wanting to bring a guy home, she should be a little upset at Gus, correct? I feel like Gus was upset.
Yeah, he, C-blocked her. Yeah. He was cute, too. I was angry for her, because he was really cute. He did not have to start a fight with him. Yeah. Because he started the fight.
And that's something that I think was really interesting, is that, obviously, when you've been drinking, things are a little bit hazy. You don't remember this story. And I think something that Gus does a lot is he will wake up so affirmed into what he believed when he was drunk that he doesn't take a second to ever think, maybe I did something wrong when I was drinking. Maybe it made me react a certain way, But I feel like he never thinks about it. He's just like, nope, that's how I was feeling when I was drunk, so that's how I'm going to feel today.
He's too prideful.
Yeah, he doesn't take a second to be like, wait a second, let me look at the entire situation before I go and spew off things that I might have said.
Because his friends are not, telling him anything, bad. Yeah. They're not telling him he's wrong about anything.
Well, and that was, the time that when him and Kodai got in a fight, he got so mad about him saying the thing about his girlfriend. Yeah. But yet, he was saying terrible things.
He was treating his girlfriend so wrong, it was ridiculous.
No. When Kodai had made the comment about his girlfriend and, he's doing all those things.
But at the time, he was, dancing with other girls, though.
That's true. Good point. Good point. No, but also, it's just crazy because then the next day, Kodai was crying and Gus was like,
I know.
It's fine.
Why is Gus making people cry so much?
I mean, I don't even know if it's about that, but I just think that he is not, he is very prideful and he's not really taking responsibility for what he's acting upon. Like, his actions, he's not really thinking that he's doing anything wrong.
Yeah, no one is holding him accountable, though.
Yeah, and I feel like this morning, or the morning when they woke up, everybody was still kind of like, oh, well, you were totally right, dude.
Yeah, they are bad friends for that.
Right, like, you need to be like, listen, Jeremiah could have been in the wrong, you could have been in the wrong too, but we need to sit this out and talk it out.
They were both in the wrong. I don't understand how, like, Kirk and Kodai were just, like, totally fine with what happened.
Yeah.
I would, as a friend, like, I see myself as a person that I will tell you when you're wrong if I'm your friend, but I'll have your back. They didn't do any of those things.
They were pumping him up, if anything.
Yeah.
And what I kind of got frustrated with, too, is that they do this thing, well, they'll say kind of exactly what Gus needs to hear in order for him to, like, get rowdy again and get all, like, riled up. And that's the opposite of what you should do in a situation like this. But they just, I don't know. I'm just very confused by all this because they're all kind of trying to play, like, two fiddles to the middle with each person, you know, like, oh, I want to be on this person's good side, so I'll tell him what he wants to hear, but then I'll go to this person, I want to be on their good side. Like, everybody's playing sides, but, like, instead of just being like, listen, I don't want to get in the middle of it, you guys figure out your own crap, talk to me when you're done.
Because they did Jeremiah dirty. I don't understand how, like, when they walked past him on the way to the gym, that was so mean to me.
Right, they just ignored him.
Yeah, that's not you being a friend.
Right. And so this kind of brings me to the big question of the episode, which was, do you think that Jeremiah was in the right or was he in the wrong?
I don't think he was. I think what he did, I don't think you should, like, go comfort somebody that's not your friend.
Yeah.
That's, like, trying to fight your other friend.
Right.
But I don't think what he did was, like, betrayal.
I don't think so either. I think both of them were overreacting and drunk, but I think that as this episode went on, you really did see, like, there's much more
that we don't even know about.
Yes, there's much more deep-rooted issues in their friendship, and this is just the icing on the cake, the, like, iceberg, like, this is it. They've hit that point, and, like, there's no going back at this point.
But I have a problem with Gus in this whole thing.
Okay.
I don't, like, if you call somebody your brother, you're not going to try to fight them.
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's such a waste of a friendship to me.
I agree, and I think that is something that I really did agree with Jeremiah, where it's like, you don't, like, if you know that I'm the diffuser in this situation, even if you're drunk, you wouldn't be mad at me and you would just you would know, like, oh, he's just going to comfort him. But, like, Gus does, like, he tends to be really touchy and when he's drunk and wants to fight someone, he doesn't care who's in his way. He's just going to do it.
Yeah, and
no matter what.
That's annoying. He really annoys me. Like, this season, he's been annoying me.
Well, it's just frustrating because you can't get mad at every single person that says one small thing
about
to you.
Florida.
Well, and what was frustrating is that he kept reiterating the wrong story.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I hate that so much because we've all been through that.
Right.
And it's the most annoying thing.
Well, and what's funny is usually we've been in a situation like that, or the next day you're trying to recount the pieces, or or you're mad and there's a fight that happened, but no one can actually state what actually went down.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to go on like, well, I guess that's what happened.
But there were cameras,
in this case, we know exactly what happened. We as an audience are watching this all go down, and I think it just goes to show that, like, Gus is never going to think he's in the wrong.
Yeah, and that annoys me so much because, like, as his friends, they need to tell him he's in the wrong.
Yeah. I think Jeremiah also needs to know, like, you were way too much of a hothead. Like, if someone's going to make you that, like, I don't know. I'm just having this weird struggle with Jeremiah right now because I think he's being way over the top, and I just think that, like...
He's sensitive.
Yeah, but it's also, like... He's sensitive, but yet he was really trying to fight Gus as well.
Yeah.
So, where do we find a common ground?
I think Jeremiah doesn't fight at all. I think he's a lot of pent up, just, like...
aggression.
Like, he was the Hulk. Like, he was hitting his chest like he was about to, like...
That was scary.
I was scared.
Yeah.
But it would make great TV, though.
Yeah, it definitely does. But and it's just funny because then, obviously, Nilsa goes running off, and they're like, come on,
oh my gosh.
Like, come back. But if I was her, too, I'd be just annoyed.
But, like, where was she running to?
just away. She's like, I just want to go somewhere.
She, like, kicked off her heels and started running down the street, which, her feet were hurting.
Yeah.
I just can't believe, and they lost her, too.
I know.
Which is the funniest thing.
It was too funny.
It was a nice, icebreaker or something like that.
Yeah, like an icebreaker for the episode, because we're all just like, well, crap. Like, I guess there's something funny, then they come back and everything's just mayhem.
Yes.
And Kirk and Kodai are just like, what is happening?
Yeah, they're like, I don't even think they were that drunk.
Yeah. I think they were.
Kirk and Kodai?
Kirk and Kodai, yeah, no. I thought you were talking about Jeremiah and Gus.
They were very drunk, and if they weren't, they need to, like, get themselves together.
There's that's, like, not normal to get that crazy.
It's not, they all need to, like, just have a group therapy session.
Yeah. I think they just need to communicate.
Yeah.
And also, all this stuff with Jeremiah and his brothers and Gus seems all very strange to me.
Yeah.
Because also it's painting in a different picture for Jeremiah for sure. Because now I'm like, wait, this does not seem... I can see it though.
I can see it because we saw his brother.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm kind of like, wait a second. Now Jeremiah isn't as nice probably as we think.
Yeah, but I try to, like, separate that from what we saw, like, tonight. Because either way, it doesn't, like, make up for what Gus has done.
100%, and that's a great point. It doesn't... That has nothing to do with, like, the reaction they had to each other in this instance.
Yeah.
But it does kind of add some fuel to the fire
to
be
be like, sure does.
Wait, who's actually kind of speaking truths here, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think something that was interesting is that, like, Jeremiah, like, he kept bringing up the car thing about how he wrecked his car. And then Jeremiah said, well, I offered and you didn't accept it. So it's like, you can't, if Gus didn't accept, obviously we don't know the truths. We're just talking about what we know what we watched on TV. But, like, if the truth is that you denied someone offering to pay for something, you can't then go back and throw it in their face. It's like what is it, Indian giver, when you give a gift to someone and you're like, oh, wait, never mind, I want that back. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, because Gus lies.
Does he?
I feel like Gus makes up stories. Like,
do you have an example?
No.
Well, we need to fact check that one.
I'm not, like, speaking facts here.
Yeah.
But, like, even with tonight, how he retold the story.
But see, that's the thing, is I think he always thinks he's in the right. So when he goes back to retell these stories, he was like, well, it happened this way, I'm sure of it. But he doesn't even know. He's just convinced himself in his head that that's the way that it went down. Because he also doesn't want to admit that he got mad for no reason. Because that's kind of...
Because he gets mad for no reason a lot.
Yeah. Which, like, I get in his mind if he's like, that guy came in my house. And that's messed up. I'm not saying that what that guy did was right or wrong.
For sure.
But I think that he definitely... like, he could have just been like, well, if you're going to disrespect me, I need you to leave. That's, like, could have been a better, more mature way of dealing with the situation.
So, could I say Gus with Nilsa, like, saying that he's always upfront with her, but then he, like, flirts with her? Can that be, like, an example of, like, him kind of, like, I don't know. I just feel like he, like, makes up stories. Like, he'll, like, change, like, history.
Okay.
He'll, like, rewrite history.
I see what you're saying, because he will, in front of Nilsa, be like, oh my gosh, I like you so much. And then he'll go back and be like, oh, she's flirting with me. Like, I'm over it. Yeah, I just think he's he definitely twists the truth to make it in his favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then I was just dying at Candace, because when Jeremiah is, like, having a full-on meltdown, she's just like, what is happening?
Yeah, I love her. She's amazing.
She was definitely some comic relief this episode, which we needed.
Yeah, we did need.
There was just too much emotion.
But even she almost got into a fight, though.
Oh, yeah. We'll get into that a little bit later, but I don't know. I just feel like this whole situation really escalated because I think Gus was jealous.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he was, but then also I go back and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe he just wanted to pick a fight that night, and it just so happened to be that guy.
Because I don't think he wanted to see Nilsa with another guy.
Yeah. And, like, he was like, oh, like, who's this guy? And it's like, you guys were having a fine night, but, like, you could have just ignored him coming in. Yeah. I don't know.
And it sucks because they can't go back to other people's houses. Like, they have to bring them there.
Right. So, I don't know. I just feel like maybe, and, like, also, too, Nilsen's like, if this is the way it's going to happen, I'm never going to bring a guy home. Fair enough. I wouldn't want to either.
Oh, I wouldn't either. everybody's in the wrong here. Like, everybody's, everybody effed up.
I just feel like everybody needs to sit down in the living room and just, like, talk about their emotions. Like, just talk it out. We don't need, like, everybody's holding back too many things, and it's just, at this point, of course, when they get drunk, they're raging, you know, because they're all annoyed with each other.
They need anger management, like good old Amy, because Amy is, she's
thriving.
Yeah.
And I was very proud of her. She really hasn't gotten involved in a lot of the fights so far.
Yeah.
So she's doing great. I love it. Meanwhile, Courtney is getting her tonsils out, and she is bare.
Dude, I forgot all about Courtney.
I'm like, oh, right. She's getting her tonsils out. I think her mom is hilarious because I feel like she went over that bump on purpose.
Oh, for sure her mom did. Her mom went over that bump hard.
Yeah, she was like, oh, sorry, honey, you okay? She's hilarious.
Her mom is such a G, though. Like, she really does the most that she does not have to do for her grown daughter.
It's kind of true. But yeah, hopefully her getting her tonsils out will be... Yeah. She'll be back in no time.
She'll be back and be like, what happened?
Right. Do you think that she'll be back before the end of the summer?
She has to.
I think maybe for a couple weeks.
Tonsils? Like, but is that like a serious thing?
I think it takes like over 10 days.
She'll be back.
Yeah, so I guess you're right. But
anyway. She yells a lot though, so we'll see.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Well, yeah, because, like, it would be still healing in a sense, I would think. Yeah. But I think it'll be interesting to her to see how divided the house is.
Yeah, I want to see her reaction when she comes back in the house. Because you can, like, cut, like, the
tension with a knife.
It's honestly, I would move out this house.
This would not be a fun house to be in this summer. Like, they are all on edge. Don't know what it is. And, like, I just pray that Jeremiah doesn't stoop to the level of being like, well, if you guys are going to make me feel like an outcast, let me bring my brother on.
Oh my gosh. The one that slept with Nelsa?
Yes. Well, I don't think they just slept together. I don't know. I think you're right. They dated for a little bit, I think.
They had sex.
Oh,
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, man. What a time. Well, definitely this issue between Jeremiah and Gus is just touch the surface.
Yeah.
And we're going to dig really, really deep into it. But I just think also this whole Gus trying to steal Jeremiah's girl, Kristen thing, I have a problem with it because Kristen is now being used as a pawn in Gus's game, and that's not fair because you don't like this girl. You're only using her and her tie to Jeremiah to make him upset, which then messes with her, and that's not fair. Like, if you're upset with Jeremiah, take it up with Jeremiah. Don't use someone else that's in the middle be a pawn in your game.
But that's, like, all Gus is good at is, like, talking to girls, though.
But, like, what do you think it's fair that he's
not
using
at all.
her as a pawn?
I think it's so evil, and I don't like him at all for this.
It's just, I think if you're going to be upset with Jeremiah, take it up with him.
Yeah.
But if you have no intentions of getting or, like, wanting to be with Kristen, after she's saying, I want a guy that's serious, I want these things, like, you're tricking her into opening up so then you can use that to pawn in your scheme of, like, making Jeremiah's life, like...
And here's the thing. Like, Kirk and Kodai know what he's doing, and they don't even, like, try to stop him. That annoys me so much.
Right, because they're just enablers.
Yeah, I hate that. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. They did a lot of frustrating things this episode, but you know what? Obviously, that's why we love it.
Yeah, we love watching
the show. It's fun to watch. They're all just so dramatic. But I mean, also I'm kind of thinking, like, where do you think this is going to go? Do you think that Kristen actually likes Jeremiah, or do you think that...
No, I think she likes Nilsa from the previews.
That'll be interesting.
That'll be like a game changer I never saw coming. Like, who would have thought?
I don't know, man. It'll definitely be interesting. Man, all of this drama, and I think it was kind of all tied up with the whole Gus and Jeremiah situation, and will they, won't they be friends again? I guess we'll find out.
Do you want them to be friends again?
I just want there to be no tension in the house. Like, I want them to wake up and be fun and funny and have fun again. And I just feel like this summer, it's like you're always waiting for the shoe to drop. Like, when are they going to fight?
I don't want them to be friends again. I don't want, just for, like, the sake of, like, you don't need to be friends with somebody that's willing to start a fight with you.
Yeah.
Like, that's not friendship.
But I think that both of them, like, have gotten to the end. Like, they've both been through situations in that friendship that I think you might not be able to come back from, because it's a lot of trust. Like, Gus is really, you know, obviously he's holding on to this whole car thing, which, fair enough, I think anybody would. And I think that once you've, like, broken that line of trust and then you kind of see someone's true colors, there's no really going back from there.
Yeah, I don't think Gus is loyal. You
don't think Gus is loyal?
To Jeremiah, no.
But do you think Jeremiah is loyal to Gus?
Kind of. I think that, like, once they think that somebody, like, has broken their loyalty, like, they'll be, like, evil to each other. Which I don't really, I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy to see how this one unfolds. But last piece of drama of this episode was poor Candace. Like,
yeah.
Those comments were so unnecessary.
What did they call her? I forgot.
They said this really, it grossed me out. This guy screamed while they were at the bar, "Nice shoe, Ratchet Dorothy."
Oh, that's mean. Yeah.
It's so mean. And, like, first of all, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Those are my things, or my thoughts. And, like, why would you ever find it necessary to say something that terrible about someone, and then to proceed to say y'all look like strippers?
Did he say that?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. It was in,
like, the subtitles. It was so. It's just disturbing because it's like, obviously Nilsa's like, well, let's show them then. Like, screw them.
Yeah. Wasn't Nilsa a stripper?
No.
I think she was.
No.
Really?
No.
I thought she's talking about being a stripper. No?
No.
Never mind.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
I thought she was this whole time. Okay, never mind.
No. Oh my gosh. I'm like, am I watching a different show? No, I definitely don't think so. I think that those comments were so just off-kiltered and rude.
Yeah, you don't call somebody that, though.
You don't scream into them at a bar where you're, like, having dinner.
Yeah, and it was like a nice dinner.
Yeah,
like,
I just find that extremely disrespectful. So whoever...
It must have been the cameras.
So whoever... Oh, yeah, because they want to be on TV. That's a great point. So whoever said that to them, y'all are terrible people.
Yeah.
That was just awful.
Because who was the guy that was sitting with them?
Nobody.
Because later on when Nilsa starts twerking...
They were panning over to the people, like, on the other table.
Oh, I thought they were, like, he came up and sat with them. Okay.
No, they were just on the other table.
That made my whole day.
It was definitely an eventful evening, but yeah, I just was like, if a girl wants to wear sparkly shoes, let her. Like, why are you... I just hate people that have terrible things to say. Like, does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. And I never will understand rude, mean people. But anyways, moving on to our special segment of the night, we are going to be talking about our shadiest moments of the episode. Definitely not. Alrighty, Haley, take it away.
My shadiest moment is when the day after the fight, they all walk past Jeremiah and they don't say anything, especially like for Kodai and Kirk.
Yeah.
That was shady.
That's fair, because it was just so unnecessary. Like, they, not even, like, Kodai or Kirk be like, hey, dude, hope you're okay. Like, you know, like, not even, like, a rub on the shoulder.
Because you're obviously taking his side when you did that.
Right. And I think this one, it's, like, it's hard. You can't... I get why they're taking sides, because that's what they know, because they were all drinking, but, like, it's not necessary to take sides at this point. Okay, my shadiest moment was when Gus was trying to flip everything onto Nilsa and make it, like, her fault.
Oh, my gosh.
I felt like that was so unwarranted, and to be like, you weren't there for me, you, and it's like, stop trying to place blame on another person.
And he started the fight.
The situation happened because you got upset. Yes, was there a rude person in your house? 100%, but there was definitely another way to go about that. And Nilsa finally, like, I'm so glad she was like, listen, like, obviously I felt guilty, but like, I just wanted to get out of here. Like,
yeah.
I felt these things, and I just felt like that was so unnecessary and so shady of Gus to then try to place blame on her when she did nothing wrong.
I think this, like, that moment, like, really killed Gilsa.
Yeah.
Well, Gilsa as in, like, the show Gilsa, not, like, as in her real life Gus boyfriend.
Yeah. Man, it's going to be... This season has heated up in a huge way, and this summer is just...
They are such, like, the Ron and Sammy of the group.
It's... I don't know what's going to happen. And now we've got another person coming into the house, like...
Yeah, I want to... Like, I'm excited for the new person.
Yeah, I guess they were on the challenge together, and that's how Gus and her and Maddie know each other. But it will be very interesting to see how that all plans out. But moving over to news and gossip, we didn't really have anything today.
Yeah, we didn't really have anything.
Obviously, we talked about how Nilsa has a new boyfriend. We talked about that last week. You can go check it out on her Instagram. He seems like a really great, supportive guy. Just kind of ironic how
his IG is Gus Dash.
Yeah, which is funny how his name is Gus, too.
Yeah.
Wild how things like that
I don't even
out.
know, like, how do you meet a Gus, like another Gus?
Just happens. It just happens. Alrighty, gonna get in some predictions and then we'll wrap it up.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
My prediction. Wow.
There's so many ways in which this show can go at this point.
I feel like Gus is not gonna make any type of like leeway with the girl. I don't know her name. Kristen. Like that's not gonna happen. They're not gonna sleep together.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like just a pawn in his game.
Yeah. I think there will be a fight this season though between Gus and Jeremiah.
Again, another one you mean?
I want like skin. I don't want this to happen. I feel like a fist is gonna connect with the face.
I don't know. We didn't even talk about his shoulder. How did his shoulder get disconnected?
He was like climbing up stuff. Like remember when he like climbed up the fence to go fight him?
Okay, because I was like, did that push really do that much?
Yeah.
But okay, I think you're right. It was okay. That makes sense. Okay, so is that your prediction?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that this summer is going to leave them all never wanting to come back.
I don't blame that. Like, I don't blame them if they...
I feel like they have gone... I feel like they are all in such opposite directions right now where there's just no coming back from this.
Just bring the girls back and I'd be fine.
Yeah. That'd
be
fun.
A good time.
Yeah, there's just too much drama this season. It's wild. But... like we say every week, we are only talking about what we know. So maybe this is all for show. You never know.
Imagine if they're friends right now.
They're just I think they are. They all still hang out. Like they are active on each other's Instagrams. So, obviously we only see a couple, hours of an entire summer.
Yeah.
So they're obviously going to take the most heated pieces of this puzzle and give it to us, so then we're like chomping at the bit.
I
like
would
this is
love
crazy
to see just the B-roll of everything.
Oh yeah, just like the fun. This is the thing. Like I want some more fluff. Like I want the fun episodes when they're just like at the grocery store
day
or just
drinking.
hanging out.
I want to see grocery store stuff. I want to see normal like mundane stuff.
Yeah, like what are they doing when they're not getting crazy?
Yeah,
I don't know. But obviously we love the show. We love you guys. If you have any thoughts, make sure you comment in the comments below, and we will respond and maybe even shout you out on air next week. So in the meantime, have a great holidays. And Haley, where can they find you on social media?
Hey guys, you can find me everywhere at Haley Matthews.
And hey guys, Allie Nasty here. Find me on Instagram at AllieGirl. And we won't be here next week, so tune in the following week. Happy New Year and happy holidays, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.